Galnet News Digest, 9th of August 3307. We read the news, so you don't have to.
In this week's news, Hudson set to lose second Secession war.
Thargoid stations repaired as Marlinists struggle.
No Megagin required. The Federation looks set to lose the Secession War in Coembar 3-0, with the newly independent New Coembar Labour faction of Gagnanport trouncing the Federation's puppets Lee Chotep for equality at the so-called Fortress Liberty. In all likelihood, not only will all the factions that have already left the Federation, including the coalition of Uteran and Gluscap Labour, remain independent, but 3 further factions, Selkana Labour, the United Hip 108095 Values Party and Mutumu Future, will also declare their independence and take 28 systems out of the Federation. The reason they give for leaving the Federation is to avoid the draconian surveillance laws. But there are other benefits to leaving the Federation. There's at least a reasonable chance that some of these systems will gain useful facilities like black markets and interstellar factors, and that the fashionable new drug onion head gamma strain will become legal. Not to mention imperial slaves. What better way to take the drudgery out of housework than your very own indentured labour?
Operation Ida's starport Kipling Orbital has now been fully repaired and is only awaiting the structural engineer's report on Thursday morning before it can remove the scaffolding and reopen all its services. Kipling is the last of the Thargoid damaged stations, and with no recent reports of Thargoid activity, the repair effort can start winding down. It's not going quite so well in the NMLA-damaged Marlinist starports. Tillman Point is still being evacuated nearly 2 weeks after the attack, and Stillman Hub has been making slow but steady progress in its repairs, and is now roughly 1/4 repaired. With the Marlinist Parliament in chaos and the real possibility of civil war in the Marlinist colonies, it's possible that the starport repairs will not be complete by the time the Marlinist society disintegrates completely. Marlinism, the campaign to make the Empire back into a republic, looks like it might fade away far sooner than anyone had expected.
A brand new time trial race is about to start, and this time it's neither the Buckyball Racing Club nor the elite racers who are the sponsor. The Soteria Accord is planning a celebration, and it needs spirits quickly. Delivered quickly, that is, although it doesn't really care what day the spirits are delivered, in an 11-day window from the 12th of August through to the 22nd. It's just important that they're delivered as quickly as possible after purchase, so they're nice and fresh. 20-minute aged brandy is so much better than the 10-year sort. If you want to take part, you need to take a small ship, load it up with 1 ton each of Lavian brandy, Erin Pearl whiskey, Harmer Silver Sea Rum and Indy Bourbon, and sell it all at Glass Landing in HIP 110248. You need to video or photograph it all too, so we hope you started the camera running before you left, and you need to read the rules properly. Don't tell me you forgot to do that too. As with almost every race, the prejudice against Jumponian raises its ugly head with jump boosting band. Somewhat disappointingly, Centauri Megagin has been left off the list of required beverages, which is a pity, given how lovely Hutton Orbital looks at this time in its orbit.
And that's this week's Galnet News. Galnet News. It's almost as good as being twatted by Sally.